So we've got aquarium banned, high-rise banned, redwoods restricted, balcony restricted, Humankirby doubles terrace, then we get a doubled veranda, select ballroom, and select balcony. So Gabrio selecting the one that he restricted. Interesting move. First game is up and loaded. You're in? Lars?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Gabrio Spice first as Tex. Ooh, what a bar rush.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if Gabrio capitalizes on this bar rush. There's kind of a few different ways you can look at it. You know, from the sniper's perspective, you should be expecting a purloin because you would expect the spy to go for the bar rush. So maybe we can gain a low light or some less suspicion by not doing it. However, I mean, the start of a set, I would want to be testing the sniper's memory on, you know, can they remember all of these people that go to bar? Especially since it's a doubled venue, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to play with it.
We opt to get a fingerprint from the briefcase. The ammo was moving, so we just dropped it down. Going back to the same combo, though I don't think we're being paired with anyone at this point.
One fingerprint, no flirt. Not terrible on Terrace, considering we only have to do 3 missions. We do need our ST to join us here, though.
Yeah, he's not really cooperating right now.
Redirect right next to us? No, we're going to go back to the window. I'd say chase and go for it.
We also have a fingerprint available on a statue that the ambassador just left. We could take that later on, let it cook for a bit. RSD is moving around, goes to the bar to take a drink.
We are in convo with the double agent. We've currently got 2 out, currently have 3 out. I think we go for this
Banana
flirt
bread.
at the window. We are going to go for banana bread with 3 people out of conversation. Fairly interesting, as I think you can normally get 1 or 2 out on terrace, but we do need
Yeah.
mission progress, so I
This is
understand.
assumed fake, I suppose, because all of the highlights are
Hmm.
in the fake combo and no highlights for the real on text or on reels. So I'm assuming that Humankirby assumes this as a fake.
And honestly, if we go back to that statue and grab that fingerprint and inspect, we could go with a flirtless game. I mean, we could finish with inspect, or at least give ourselves the option.
Yeah.
Because 50 seconds left and you've got to get 100% of a flirt is kind of a tall order. You're going to have to get a lot of green tests.
Bug's kind of out of the question as well, having Smallman as the Amba.
Yeah, I hate seeing Smallman as Amba. I just can't, I have not seen any good reason for it.
Maybe on Tayan it would work, but here where the sniper has a much clearer view, don't really see the point.
Yeah, but I mean, even on Tan, if Smallman was Amba, it's not like it makes it less easy to see what the spy is doing. You still make a full animation, you know? And it
Yeah.
also has the other downside that it removes him as a possible suspect.
We have contact fingerprint, but 5 seconds on the clock. I don't think there's even time to time add.
I don't even know if we're going to be able to get this bug. We do get the bug, however, it is seen. Shot is going to be taken. First point going to Humankirby.
If that was Taft, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I don't I really am not a fan of having Smallman as Amba because yeah, your arm could have been covered. The path likely would have been suspected. You're probably getting shot anyways. I think what Gabrio could have done differently is went for that statue sooner, got the fingerprint, got 1 or 2 inspects, and tried to finish with inspect, than just go for a soft tail finish.
Probably was expecting a frame, someone to get zip shot by that point.
And that's something you can go for, but you don't want to rely on it unless you have some influence on it, right? Like if you see that one of the AIs finish inspect and then you go for a BB while they're talking so that they get a real white BB, then you can maybe hope for a civ shot, but just hoping that a civ shot is going to occur, especially when there's no hardtail on the board, right? Purloin is still there, or the guest list is still there. It's going to be hard to force the sniper to take that shot. You're really kind of crossing your fingers.
This is Gabrio's choice as well.
I believe so, yeah. Next game is up. And 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Humankirby as pearls.
Starting out at bar. Only one other there, though. I suppose I don't hate this choice to take a drink. We can always take this drink, sit with it while we work on flirt, and if a bunch of people happen to go there after us, then we can purloin, and if not, then we're just seen taking an innocent drink.
Yeah. I mean, the AI do it all the time, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not a big deal. Stepping in next to our seduction target.
That's a good BB. I mean, that's only 2 out and no fakes.
Yeah, we go for a flirt. Green test 51%.
Oh, please take this banana bread. It's so good.
Top talk. Double agent leads.
%, 51%, 220. It's okay progress. It is terrace. We've got plenty of time. We're going to go for a briefcase. We're going to cancel off of it back into conversation, but we're going to space out so that we're not seen right next to Alice again. I like the move.
Yeah, and it was a really good redirect. White test for 74%, so we can finish flirt from anywhere, I think, at this point.
Yeah, we should see Humankirby start making progress on his other missions.
We could wait for Alice, and if she comes next to us, BB, and just pearl in ourselves, we decide to leave the combo though.
And Turnip Boy bringing up a really good point that because that banana bread was so good, the sniper may be suspecting the 2 people that weren't in conversation during that time, which was Disney and I think Boots. For sure Disney. I think the second one was Boots.
Could be the spy, right?
Right. Because you would expect the spy would go for that banana bread, so the spy just must not be in conversation. Are we going to go for the bug around the back? No, however, we could have gotten credit for it. It was a pretty suspicious path.
Went for a bug just right now, I think. It fails. It was on the sniper side, so nothing was visible. Really slow play. We delegate to Tex, but we only have 74% flirt. So we kind of need to finish flirt and BB. We could BB now, even though we kind of throw Tex off.
Yeah, with the delegate onto text, that tells me that Humankirby's plan was not to hold back the BB to make the 2 people outside extremely suspicious, because he probably would have delegated to one of those 2. We're going to go for the delegate. It is seen, and Gabrio's going to take the correct shot onto Pearls, tying us up 1-1 on terrace.
Are you a bit behind me?
Behind?
Yeah, I thought you were behind a bit.
I mean, the round is over.
Okay, yeah. Okay, same time.
Yeah.
Assume.
So let's take a look at that potential BB situation that we were in. So here we've got, it was Kane. So we've got Kane and Disney out, and we've got Disney that picks up a fingerprint. And I think Disney goes and gets a fingerprint from the bar as well. Yeah, so Disney gets 2 fingerprints. At 2:45, he takes one off the briefcase. He delivers. He goes to the bar. He gets a second fingerprint. He was also outside of the conversation when the BB should have happened. So I think a delegate onto Disney should have, and very well could have, netted a civ shot onto him. But I don't know if Kirby was paying close enough attention or kind of had that, within his mindset.
Yeah, because like Disney wasn't a highlight, was it? At all,
Mm-mm.
at any point in the game?
No. I've got next game loaded up. Funnily enough, Gabrio is Disney. In
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, planet. Thank you, Turnip. Whoops.
Conversation with DSD and the double agent. Green test for 42%, not close enough for 51. Still good enough. Seems Humankirby gives statue highlights for the first visit. Yeah, sorry, Taft and Irish are a highlight, and Taft is now having has a fingerprint as well. Gabrio seems to watch Taft a bit, so we could potentially look into a possible frame here if Taft acts suspicious.
Yeah, I'd love to see a delegate frame or some of those available mind games and frames. I think they're particularly potent on the 3-6 and 3-5 venues because AIs can get so much other mission progress. Giving them, like Purloin on the board can really induce a civ shot.
Yeah. Uh, we cut our talk to go into the bar. I think we're framing Irish instead, because I suppose this is a direct per line. No,
Gonna pick up the
I
delegate.
thought that leave on talking was to frame Irish there.
Yeah, may just not be respecting Humankirby's ability to catch that, I suppose.
I'm a bit off because I confused the highlight. I thought it's for bar right now, and it's Irish has the highlight for statues, and she doesn't have a delegation.
Okay, that's what I had thought, but I
Banana
was
bread.
thinking maybe I just missed the fact that she went to bar. We are going to take BB. We've got Queen out as a low light, and we've got the 4 in the front having the fake. So all of his highlights in for real BB with Disney
I
as the one neutral.
I like the BB because Taft has now BB, one fingerprint, and a set of inspects.
Hmm.
And he could potentially be paired with Sari. He was in this combo for a while, so he could be credited flirt with Sari there. Berlin expires, stepping in extra seduction to finish flirt. We do, however, need to find another fingerprint.
Yeah, I mean, this reads to me that Gabrielle is going to be going for a mission complete.
Flirt done. Now we need the fingerprint, but we do, however, have just 25 seconds on the clock.
I think this is going to be a frame delegate from Alice,
Does she
or
have
on
though?
Alice. Yeah, she has a drink. I
Timer.
believe she just came back from bar, and looking very suspicious. She leaves the conversation that she would have delegated to Disney from to stand at the front and try to kind of confuse the sniper on where it's coming from. And we are going to direct Purloin,
The scene
hitting
overtime.
overtime.
Oh, wow.
We go for the
That
shot on Gabrio. He dodges out of the way at the last moment, and Humankirby accidentally shoots Wheels the Ambassador.
it looked like Humankirby took a while to think, who am I shooting? Who am I shooting right
Yeah.
now? I don't know who probably delegated. I'm just gonna go for the person that took the drink. Unfortunately, uh, he shoots the ambassador.
Yeah, that's exactly how I interpreted it. And because he took so long to think, he likely was realizing that it was very close to the 10 seconds being up and tried to rush that shot, hoping that he would make it in time, which, led him to shoot Wheels there.
Have landed the shot if he shot the moment that overtime started. Unfortunately, that's the moment he started to think, who am I shooting right
Right.
now?
Yeah, good advice is start thinking at the 30-second mark, if this hits OT, who am I shooting? I think that's advice I got from Morning Track, and I have used since. that way you don't run into those situations where you're just mixed up and you're like, oh, I have no idea what to do. Of
Yeah.
course, it will change. You may be thinking about it at the 30-second mark and then stuff happens, but you're at least somewhat prepared and you kind of have made that mental checklist of like, here are the people that I'm thinking could hit OT. Yeah, I think I mean, we run the round, but realistically, we wouldn't have. I think a delegate
Yeah.
frame on Taft early, like you were talking about, would have been a good key to victory there.
Yeah, he seemed to have the most mission progress. He could have had flirt with Sari. He had one set of inspects. He had real BB and the fingerprint on him.
Yeah, he had quite a bit done, and I wonder, is there anywhere that Disney could have gotten a second fingerprint? We could have almost gotten a second fingerprint from the ambassador there at the end, because the Amba came to us. We could have just walked away and then redirected and gone back instead of taking the drink that we requested. Um, actually, I'm not sure we really had enough time to do all that.
I don't think we had time, and I
No.
don't think Gabrio was expecting the Amba to go there and leave the print that late anyway, so
Yeah.
he had Pearline there.
Yeah, not enough time. You're right. Okay, game is finally loaded. I've got it up, and three, two, one, playing it.
Yeah, small man. AI controlled in front of the Amba.
And we don't see the gentleman or the gentleman round return from Gabrio. Sometimes you'll see if there's a shot in which the sniper clearly was trying to shoot the spy and accidentally shot someone else, and it's not because the spy was dancing. It was just a misclick, if you will.
Yeah,
Sometimes people will give the point back and just shoot the Amba back, but
yeah.
Gabrio's going to take the point.
I mean, Gabrio could just be like, your laser seemed. I mean, you were not sure. You decided to shoot
Right,
late.
right, right,
That's
right,
on
right.
you.
Yeah, I think it's fine either way. I don't think there's pressure to give the shot back or anything like that. It's a competitive
Yeah,
match,
no,
so
definitely.
we take
Yeah.
those.
In the end of red.
Fake BB, rocker split into statues. Disney's not being brought. Disney's not a neutral light, even though he has fake. Step across from our seduction target into the other conversation, and we just now flirt for
A
90%,
whopping
19%.
19.
It's interesting there that Rocker hasn't picked the highlight, having BB splitting after BB into statue and now into bar, and she still doesn't pick a highlight.
What have his highlights been for so far?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Seems that only Disney and Salmon have it, and Disney basically idled in this combo and has a fake green BB. We're not getting much done. We have 1 minute and 20 left, and we have 19% flirt.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're Humankirby, I think you've really got to be considering a frame. Uh,
Someone's getting a fingerprint. I don't know what he's suspicious for already, but the sip before picking it up makes it kind of AI-like. You could just flirt into the pad and just at least get some progress.
I don't even think it's worth going for. There's no way that we're finishing 3 missions with only 52 seconds left on Terrace. And with,
I think we need to frame Salmon here,
yeah,
100% for a direct
let's
furling.
take a look at Spy Camera, see who he's watching. He is eyeing up Salmon, so it does look like that's going to be the intent.
Yeah, I'm actually just on this guy right now.
So we're going to head in next to Disney. Luckily, Salmon gets kind of redirected and dumps right in next to us. We do have a no-talk situation here. Not sure that Humankirby's paying too close of attention to it. And if we want to avoid...
We're just counting that Gabriel hasn't seen the delegation stop talk from Salmon there.
And we would hit OT, so this is going to be a test to Gabrio. Does he have the patience and knowledge that he should just be waiting for OT before shooting Salmon? Anyways, we go for a bug on the exit, and Gabrio appropriately holds his shot. Yeah, what I was trying to articulate there towards the end, or was thinking about, was if you're Humankirby and you're going for this frame, you've got to get there long before the OT would trigger to hope that Gabrio isn't just going to wait for it. But we ended up taking the drink at 8 seconds, which means Gabrio can just wait to hear the beep and then shoot salmon. Otherwise, it's going to be a timeout. So it's going to be Gabrio up 3-1 on Terrace heading into the next venue. So good hold by Gabrio. Good game knowledge. That's those types of situations of how to handle the end part of the game from both spy and sniper side, dealing with overtime and the beeps and the green time ads and the mission win pendings with green swaps and purloins. Those are all things that you have to know how to handle. It's something you could study outside of gameplay, but it gets hard to know how to make the right decision when you're under that pressure. So good job to Gabrio there on holding that shot.
Yeah, good hold.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't even know what Salmon had. He was a highlight early on. No, don't know what for. I know he has
Yeah,
the
let's take a
6 and then
look
that's it.
here.
So I'm not sure if Gabrio would have shot at all, even if it wasn't on OT there, like potentially, because
Sure.
he might have not had enough progress anyway.
I'm kind of rewatching the beginning of that round to see possibly why we get the highlight. Yeah, the highlight is very odd. I mean, maybe there was a bug at the very beginning that he missed because the Emba was next to him, but um, I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I would just have to credit it to some kind of behavioral highlight because there's no mission progress necessarily associated with the start of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
game.
Okay. So it's just the highlight onto Disney and Salmon. Maybe a flirt pair.
Could be something like
Could
that,
be.
yeah. Next game is loaded up. We're heading into Veranda, and 3, 2, 1, playing it.
This is Gabrio's choice. Am I right?
I believe this is Gabrio's choice. I can check the draft here. Just 1 second.
So a
Yes.
bit unfortunate for Humankirby there, losing the lead to Gabrio on his pick, and now Gabrio going into Veranda, which is his pick for the double.
Yeah, I like everything about this setup. We've got Seek, which is a great spy character to choose. We've got Veranda, which is a great venue. But we do have Smallman as Amba on Veranda, which I absolutely hate because you want to leave him as a suspect because he can do all kinds of fun things between the green and red case back there.
No, it's the second time Gabrio has Smallman as Amba, so it has to be a deliberate choice to pick him. 51% flirt progress, and we are still idling in with the selection.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give him a hard time after this about it.
I mean, maybe he has a reason. It's just that we don't know, though.
Seduce done, 3 minutes on Veranda. This is a good situation to get Seduce done this early, so you don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but now we do need to start getting some other progress.
Heading into Green Book, we're at a decent angle right now. Some rotation from the sniper is going to make it a bad angle. Rotate all the way around. We're going to take the Green Book out. We do have Toby and the Amba out front now, which means we could set up for a red return.
Yeah, and we also got a fingerprint from the Green Book, which
Oh, we
is really
did.
nice.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. So that was likely the main reason. So we may actually see this Green Book returned back into green case there.
It seems we're going on the other side of the venue.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of idling here.
We're just reading the book a lot by ourselves. Doesn't seem like Gabriel's like checking to see much of anything now.
Yeah, a bit of idling. Really kind of baiting out a low light here with that much idle time. I liked the early lead on getting the Seduce done, but I do feel like we've kind of thrown it away a bit with all of this idling. I don't think we're going to see any low lights. It's, I think, too early for the sniper to be taking
Yeah,
speculative low lights on Veranda.
yeah, and just idling for low light with like 2 minutes left, it's kind of risky to do on Veranda if you don't have a specific reason to low light that person for.
if you do see someone wasting a ton of time and you want to take that speculative low light, you can, because it does force them at the end of the game to be extremely active. So as long as you know that heading in, that is a part of your sniper game plan. That I'm going to low light people for aggressively idling, but towards the end of the game, watch for low lights that are being extremely active.
Yeah, yeah. Some snipers might just do, a hard low light. So then, because of their habit to not watch the low lights, they don't want to risk being put in
Hmm.
that position.
Do get half an inspect done. We're going to step into conversation with the real double agents. And we've currently got 3 highlights on the board from Humankirby's perspective.
Yeah, Rocker, one of the twins, and Oprah.
All on the left side of the venue. Ambassador is safe. Toby offering a drink. And we're going to reject and go for the real BB.
Could look a bit suspicious just to just check Purloin, maybe seek Dita, BB Purloin.
Yeah, going for a white innocent take there would have been good if we had more time, but we don't. We're in a very rough position where we've got to get a lot of mission progress. We
We
do
just
get the
bug.
bug. We're going to
That
crash
was.
bug into statues with 15
This is
seconds.
interesting. We just changed position. I thought that was gonna be a frame swap that someone was there, and we just simulated being called to swap.
And
Instead, we take the
Gabrio with
fingerprint.
the fingerprint from the last statue. Overtime into the dance, and he gets away with it. I had no idea that there was still a fingerprint on that last statue. That is a great play by Gabrio. We do see the rotation from Humankirby to look for the swap, which doesn't go off because there's still a fingerprint on that back statue there. I'm wondering if he got lucky or if he was aware that that
He
fingerprint was
he
there.
he changed position on that statue. He went onto the other one and then just
Oh,
suddenly
gotcha.
just changed. I thought he was simulating being called to that other statue to swap, thinking maybe someone was there and I missed. And he's just framing, but really, really good play.
Yeah, that fingerprint was dropped at 218. Let me deal with my dog. Hold on. Sorry. Amazon guy knocked on the door, so she's freaking out. So let's give that was good awareness by Gabrio to remember. I mean, that's sometimes hard for me to do, is to remember a fingerprint that's been sitting there from 218 all the way down. So about 2 minutes that's sitting there. So Gabrio going to take a point, and we're 4-1 heading into the next veranda round. Let me get that loaded up. And loading in with Humankirby on Irish. Is that where you're at?
Yes, I'm ready. Just waiting for your countdown.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, wrong arm bug inside the amba. I'm on spy side, so I wasn't sure if the arm return was seen
Same.
from the angle. It looks like it could have been seen because it was the right arm that was bugging,
We're
and it
credited
was
for
the
sure. We
yeah.
instantly picked up the highlight, and I'm assuming that Humankirby felt that highlight, especially with it, the situation that it was in. I'm hoping that Humankirby recognizes he needs to go for a frame here. I mean, if that bug was half seen, it's going to be very hard for him to mission complete. However, Gabrio has highlight a ton of other people.
Yeah, so we might get lost in the crowd at a certain point. Maybe Gabrio forgets though. Seeing the last game where he remembered that fingerprint, he might not forget what he highlighted Irish
Mm-hmm.
for.
Yeah, this is a rough position to be in if you're Humankirby. I'm not sure how I would handle it. I would probably aggressively idle and then time out or something not on purpose, but we're going to head in for the green seduce up to 47% at the side window. I suppose playing as if it wasn't seen is probably the best option, because if it was, you'd lose anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of a play here. I can't think of anything specifically. Maybe just yeah, like you said, idle, and then maybe time out, and the sniper doesn't know who could it have been.
Yeah, frame, idle into aggressive finish, or just play as if it wasn't seen.
Apparently, we just decide to white swap and finish the set of inspects. on the front right side of veranda. It's not being seen by Gabrio yet.
This is great for Humankirby if he actually can pull off this spy win on this venue, because this is going to give him information that Gabrio is prone to not catching swaps on some of these larger venues. So heading into the later rounds, that
I'm
could be
looking on
abused.
Sniper Field right now, and like half of the party is highlight at this point.
Yeah,
White test Purloin. Wow, we're really going for it.
very very aggressive from Humankirby. I
It's not
don't,
seen yet.
and he's down 1-4 in the set, so he's got to make some plays. So I don't necessarily hate this.
Now
Purloin is
sees the
caught.
Purloin.
Highlights in the middle. Sorry, lowlights in the middle of the venue here, taking lowlights on the left side of the venue, except for Kane.
And Irish. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. If we go inspect, we could be B. Are we with the DA? No.
SDA, we've got to get one more mission. We do have 1:12, which is a decent amount of time. I think you're right in that going to statues is probably death. I don't think Humankirby knows that it's down to 2 people, and even if he does think it's down to 2 people, I don't think he knows that Kane is the other one.
Yeah, I don't think he can possibly know that, to be honest. So he just has to go on a hunch and try to get the win.
Legorov making a very good point that he thinks this is actually from the swap, because Kane was the other one that was at that statue.
So you think he just now noticed the swap?
I think that all of those lowlights came as a result of noticing the swap. Yeah, I do actually think that, because Kane was the one that was at that statue that Irish was at. So Purloin
No,
either unseen or he's just ignoring it and going off of the swap. And this is going to be our chance. I mean, we should be taking the shot here. We're not going to hit OT. And Gabrio goes for the shot onto Irish to take a lead 5-1.
and good awareness to recall that Irish was at that statue and Kane was there. I don't know though if Kane was at that exact statue though. Maybe he was on the.
He was on the other one, it does look like. Still
Yeah.
good recall by Gabrio. The second time that we're seeing kind of that long-term recall from something that happened mid-game that he's recalling towards the end of the game. That's very, very useful to be able to have that, in a SpyParty match. So coming in handy again.
Yeah. Score is 5-1 for Gabrio.
Yep,
Right?
5-1, 5-1 Gabrio heading into Veranda again. This should be. Is this our other doubled venue?
Yes, this is Gabrio's bed.
Okay, got it. And let's see, let me get it fixed here. Hold on. Gonna rewind. Okay, so we're heading in with Gabrio on one of the twins. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Blink twin. Chasing to see where the selection lands. Lands in combo so we can cozy up as well.
Flirt to
Green test
51.
Green Purloin, right at the start. The reject should be visible as Humankirby seems to be rotated on this side of the venue. Seek rejects and splits, which is good for us.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing a split by Blink Twin yet. Here we go. Finally leaving kind of the area, hopefully to catch a low light for being on the other side of the venue once the Purloin actually goes off. We do get another reject by either Boots or Sorry.
This is insanely hard to catch right now, especially if he's not aware that Twin and Seek rejected as well.
Yep, General takes, Purloin disappeared, and not seeing a reaction quite yet. No lowlights, no highlights.
Now the list is visible that it's not there, the chase visible. And still no reaction.
And if it's entirely missed, Humankirby may be making that decision to not react to it because he entirely missed it and doesn't want to get an incorrect light off of it.
I mean, that's the better choice when you completely miss it, though. I think you can safely assume that some people.
Some of them, yeah.
It's a bit hard crediting at this point everyone with the Purloin and not taking any low line at all. We do inspect 2 of them, and we are not one of the highlights, which is really good. Even though Sig got a highlight for being into statues, we however do not.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Humankirby was still assessing the purloin there. He was still kind of watching the tray, not moving his camera too much, so he might have been in a mode where he was thinking while the spy was inspecting the statues.
We could go for a BB here. It would be okay, I think. Not many people out of combo.
Yeah, not a terrible BB. Quite a few people in. However, the double agent does end up leaving.
I think inspects will be completely free, since we're gonna probably credit the first set, since even Sari got a highlight, but
in the end of
we're
red.
still neutral. We do a fake with an SDA though. Few
General,
people
Salmon,
outside.
Queen. Humankirby picks up a few lowlights, and I don't hate the fake banana bread. I don't think it was necessary considering the state of the game, but we do need to see the pace picked up a bit by Gabrio here. Otherwise, he's going to end up timing out. Heading to the right side of the venue, he may be going for a timeout in that back right window soon.
I think if you go for it, he should have went then and not. Okay, we redirect into statues. Kirby really watching Sari there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the zoom was for, though. Is he just now noticing the purloin? He
Yeah,
kind of keeps zooming in on the tray.
he has to have noticed by now. I can't assume that he hasn't. He's still zooming on Pearl. Yeah, you're right. What?
In the end of red.
And the BB. Now, this could definitely induce a shot if the purloin is this late and the BB is this late, and we see the shot go off on Rocker. So I do think that Humankirby noticed that purloin extremely late, which is going to put Gabrio at a 6-1 lead. And I've got it queued up. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Kirby as teal. Teal AI controlled. Having some bounces.
We are going to miss the pad on the take control there, but mostly in the time of chaos, likely going to be unseen.
Maybe he expected some good bounces to be rewarded there on the AI control, maybe.
I think
No,
he
I don't
may have
think
just been
people.
playing it safe. Yeah, I don't think Gabrio's been rewarding anything, quite that aggressive so far.
34% flirt. Seduction leaves, and just watching the Amba see what statue he leaves the fingerprint on.
And we are on match point here. Gabrio's guaranteed the tie. One more win and he wins the thing outright.
We go for a double walking bug, though we're really not close to the Amba. It wouldn't take, it doesn't, it fails. I don't think it's been seen. No reaction from Gabrio there to indicate that Teal is suspicious for anything at this point.
Yeah, we're at 250 with only a 34% flirt. I'd like to see a time ad. We do go for it to gain us back a little bit of time. I think that's the first time ad in the entire series here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because we had Terrace, so not really a venue you should time add on. Stepping in extra seduction target for another flirt. This time it's green, bringing up 85% progress on the seduction. Do you think we'll microfilm here?
Direct or animation?
Direct, since we have the red book for a while now.
Yeah.
Fake
Yeah.
BB.
We're going to go for a fake. Boots does split. Quite a few low lights.
Well.
We're going to split into green so that we can get the microfilm done. It's a good angle. He's mostly covered by Seek and Toby. Here we're seen putting it back, or we're visible on screen putting it back. laser starting to angle towards mom, and Gabrio takes the shot. Yeah, I kind of felt like he was toying with us, just waiting for him to cross camera there.
Shot from
And
Gabrio being on top of microfilm, and this is match point.
yeah, Gabrio just had a really tightly played sniper. I mean, he remembered a lot of stuff. He tracked a lot of things. I mean, that's a tough sniper to beat. Gabrio with some very impressive gameplay. Humankirby had some great spy plays as well throughout the set, but unfortunately just wasn't able to pull out the wins enough to kind of throw Gabrio off there.